What's up guys, Scarce here. Today we got another video. I might do a double upload, I don't know, but today I wanted to talk about Shogun 2 Total War. No, I'm just kidding. Hey guys, Ludo Host here with another Yank stream. Probably will try to edit that out, but today I wanted to talk about the damage differences between Shogun 2 and Fall of the Samurai. I was talking about it a bit yesterday, but I thought I'd go more into depth with arrows and the heavy gunners. I had this information since like probably a few months ago, but basically I'll just go over the different damage types or the different damages. I have it here, let me just bring it up. I have a bunch of Rome 2 stuff as well. Oh yeah, and then there's blinding grenades. Shogun 2, yeah, in Shogun 2, flaming shot does 0.5 damage. Obviously, as you, Shogun 2 units have 1 HP, with the exception of heroes and your avatar, and your general as well. Artillery also has the armor piercing ability, which means that it divides your armor in half. The Gatling gun in Fall of the Samurai does 5 damage. The rifles, like I said, do 0.9 damage and also have the armor piercing effect. The carbines, which are from Carbine Cav, Imperial Guard Cav, and flintlocks also have the armor piercing ability, but they do 0.75 damage. A pistol does 0.99 damage. The pistol is what the officer has, and I think what the general has as well, or the revolver Cav. Arrows do 0.3 damage in base game Shogun 2, but Daikyu Samurai do 0.4 damage. And Rise of the Samurai units do 0.45 damage. That's kind of why you'll see sometimes Foot Samurai getting not as many kills as Bow Samurai because they have half the unit, but they can do quite some damage. And I still have my 2 vets. A pellet from a Dunderbuss, which is a shotgun from the Dunderbuss Cav. It does 1 damage, but it has a spread of 2 instead of 1. And you'll notice that too, the spread isn't the best, but it's good enough for charging units. Fire bombs from the doors do no damage, but the fragments do 0.1 damage and have the armor piercing effect. It's kind of why sometimes you'll see them fire bombs being effective, not at killing Naginata Samurai, but they do build up over time. However, one thing that I do want to mention though is that when you're using melee infantry against melee infantry, a successful hit is a kill, unless it's a hero unit and an avatar unit. But you can never tell against a hero or avatar when the successful hit is until they're dead, obviously. The carbine in the base game does 2 damage. What unit has the carbine? I can't remember. I wrote this a long time ago, so I can't remember which unit has the carbine. Chances are it's the matchlock. Heavy gunners, like I said, I was going to talk about, they do 2 damage, but they have the body piercing ability. They are the only gunner unit that has that ability. Basically, if you use them, you know what I'm talking about. They have the ability to shoot through units and kill multiple units at the same time. However, obviously, it won't show up in the kill count, the extra units that you kill. Like, for example, in one siege battle, I was able to kill half a unit just using the heavy gunners, but it only showed 35 kills. What else? What else? What else? Mangonels. People don't use mangonels that much anymore, but they do have a very high incendiary rate. That's why they're more cost effective than fire rockets. Fire rockets do have a pretty good, um, they have a pretty good incendiary rate as well. I haven't used them in a while though, so I might have to use them eventually. I want to see if I could find someone. Okay, that's where he went. Anyway, back to Shogun 2. I think I wrote some more stuff about damage. Hmm. Right, there's that. No, that's it for damage. I'll probably have to look into the database a bit more and then just update the description on YouTube. But yeah. Oh yeah, also Bulletproof Samurai. I wanted to mention that too because they kind of tie into this. Bulletproof Samurai are technically the only units that are bulletproof. They do have the same armor value as Naginata Samurai, but um, which means that they can survive the same amount of arrows that a Naginata Samurai could survive, except they also have rapid advance. They're technically a better Yari Samurai unit, but slower as well. When a bullet or matchlock unit hits Bulletproof Samurai, the Bulletproof Samurai is dealt 0.7 damage instead of 2 damage. And I'm going to do a test on screen to show you guys what I mean. When it comes to your accuracy in Shogun 2, you have to be within 100 meters. So matchlocks, it kind of explains why matchlocks are dangerous. Not only do they do 2 damage, but they also have a max range of 100, unless of course you boost it. I think bulletproof samurai also deter they deter follow the samurai units. I'm going to do that test on stream too, and then I'm going to talk about abilities and which ones I use. I'm going to do this because a lot of people I've noticed don't use Warcry on their Naginata Warrior Monks, and people used to do that a lot when Shogun 2 was like not patched and stuff, and so it was really easy to route units like that. Well, actually, let's switch. Oh no, I don't have to.
Naginata Samurai でございます。Naginata Samurai でございます。
Now, I'm not sure if these matchlocks are in a good position to fire. Yeah, they're gonna walk up, so it's fine. They're gonna fire by rank. So I've already lost like a quarter, yeah, about a quarter of the unit. Tell you, this is what I like about my decks so much. They take a long time to reload. But they can do a lot of damage initially. Again, 50% kill chance because I was in 100 meters. So they were able to kill 54 units. What happens though if you use bulletproof samurai? So I'll just fast forward this a bit. Now, they do have the same armor. And because these units do 2 damage but don't pierce armor, what should happen is this unit should survive better. And I mean, people have done this test in the past. I'm just doing this again to prove a point. But what should happen is by the time these guys fire their 3 volleys, I shouldn't lose 50 men. Because that's what happened to the Naginata Samurai. Now, when They didn't render the Naginata Samurai useless or anything, but it did hurt them just a bit. Like in a real battle, that would definitely hurt them and make these matchlock samurai cost effective. 5 damage on the first volley. So I've essentially lost 13 men compared to the 50. People don't use this unit a lot in multiplayer anymore. Why beats me? Because as you can see, they survive really well against matchup. So I was able to take 100 damage and survive the quick reload ability, or rapid volley. Portuguese circles have them too, that's why I remembered. They were able to survive all of that, and they should win the engagement now. Now what happens if you use a Fall of the Samurai army? See, if you use this unit against Matchlock Kachi, the exact same thing will happen. They'll just survive and be able to charge it. But I've never used it against Matchlock Kachi, so this should be interesting. I've never used it against a line infantry unit. Line infantry cost 720. I thought they cost 710. That's fine. Remember, these guys do pierce armor. However, what I don't know is that enough to get more kills? I mean, these guys can't do 3 volleys, but they do have suppressive fire. So this should be interesting. They also have better range. So for this one, I'm going to use rapid advance. So they've been able to kill much more men, even though it's just been 2 volleys. They've killed 22 men. Or if this was me with Naginata Samurai, they would have killed much more. Interesting, interesting. I'm doing this test because I used Naginata Samurai against the Fall of the Samurai army and it failed miserably. Well, I still won the battle, but I didn't really like the results. 47 kills. If that were a year of Naginata Samurai, I guarantee you it would be a lot worse. And I'm saying this from experience. Where's the Hattori?
general is in grave danger, my lord!
I lost 18 more on the first volley.
Ready yourself.
Notice how quickly they're blocking?
There, the enemy.
This means to me that these guys still pierce the armor, but the difference is that even though they still pierce armor, bulletproof samurai still get dealt 0.7 damage, and then whatever accuracy stuff.
Enemy approaches.
So, case in point, use bulletproof samurai. Very useful against even fall the samurai armies. You still need some tactics. I lost 55 men before I was able to close the distance. Second thing I wanted to talk about was abilities. I mentioned that people don't use Warcry a lot with Warrior Monk Cav once they get into vet 5. I highly recommend that you do. It's been very useful for me in many battles. I have 5 vet Warrior Monk Cav in total. I wanted to save a battle from before, but I guess I forgot. That's okay. This unit I still haven't gotten to vet 5, but once I do, I'll be putting the money into Warcry. When you're using Warrior Monk Cav, I highly recommend that you get like 2 defense, 1 melee attack, 1 charge, and then Warcry. They have high morale already. It's the defense that they need to work on, because when you're fighting Yari Cav especially, you'll notice that they can drop pretty quickly unless you use Warcry and drop them first. Then there's Fire Cav. Fire Cav are basically a veteran Yari Cav themselves. They're a very interesting unit though, because they can also encourage nearby units, which is always useful. Always. These units I still haven't upgraded. The Yari Samurai I haven't upgraded. I'm gonna have to soon. This unit is very close to level 9, so I'm working on that. I did lose the siege as the attacker, so I'm falling behind once again. I have to win a naval battle to get Hanma or Sado. I was gonna just jump into replays, but I don't think it makes sense to do that without showing you guys. Or maybe I could. I wanted to see if anyone's online right now. I've been putting a lot of time and dedication into Shogun 2 after I won that legendary campaign. I haven't played Rome 2 or Attila in a while now, and I've been slacking off on Napoleon. I need to get some fresh replays on Napoleon, because all of my other replays were on my other laptop and I lost those because I didn't transfer them over since my laptop died. Okay, we got someone, a level 10, also Shogun 2. Foothills, I haven't played on this map in a while. He is a level 10. This is a tough one. I'm going to use the Yamabushi guide because it's foothills. Foothills, basically, there's multiple bumps. If I'm correct, there's also it's really uneven terrain, so it could be considered rough terrain. Now, I did want to use this unit before. I didn't get to use it yesterday, basically because I was going up against a good person, so I didn't want to risk it. I'm going to use 3 Cav. Not less. 2 Katana Samurai. 3 Naginata Samurai. This unit actually hasn't been upgraded yet. This one has fatigue resistance. This could work. This retainer, World Weary, ever since I got it, I've been winning a lot of battles against people that bring multiple veterans because that -1 morale does wonders. And I'm dead serious when I say that because what it does is it allows you to chain route a bit easier, and that one chain route can do wonders, like I said. So he's using World Weary as well. Not a big deal, since it actually is a big deal against these guys because they don't have good accuracy already. The shrine is more important than this, so I'm going to go for that. I have a fairly good backbone. These guys are going to form my rear. These guys are my attacking force. My general will probably be in the fight himself. This unit's just here because I know they're not going to do too well. Yeah, I can't be too close to the key building. And what do you know, he is using matchlocks. He's also using an all-spear army. This is going to be interesting, because I should have used unbalanced spears, but it probably wouldn't have done much. It would have helped, because he has more men than I do. And it's definitely going to hurt my Katana Cav, who's going to be forced to fight the general. Chances are he's using all spears and no Cav. That does work.
hidden units have been discovered, my lord.
合戦場から一掃せよ。敵の戦意を標的を確認。思いのままに攻撃。
精鋭の敵を合戦場から一掃せよ。
神の言葉で敵の戦場から一掃せよ。わしの刃を食らえ。準備はできておる。神の言葉で。
Why would he use whistling shot against that unit?
わしの刃を食らえ。
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
準備はできておりますよ。合戦場から一掃せよ。ナギナタ侍です。早く防備。敵を合戦場から一掃せよ。侍。
Our general is in grave danger, my lord. Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display. Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
He sure is making this hard on me.
Our general has been injured, my lord. He lives, but must leave the battle.
And that's pretty tough. I like how he uses his spears though. It reminds me of somebody else I faced. He's basically using it very defensively. Like, this could have been beaten, but I didn't have the right units. So I'm going to change up my strategy, revolve around Yari Shigeru. I'm getting them very close to vet, a few of them. Ugh, I said that wrong. But yeah, I did want to go over my replays though. I'll probably just go over my replays first and then go back to that. But that battle did show one of the abilities that I wanted to go over, which is Yari Wall. Now, from where I left off yesterday, I showed you guys this. I think I got this on stream. Then there would have been these ones that no, this was the last one because I saw that one. And then from there to I got 5 victories. I'll go over this one first. This one was on the Waterfalls map. 2 Shogun 2 armies coming together. It was a pretty quick battle because he split his units up in such a way that they couldn't support each other, which happens a lot in Total War games. People tend to overextend themselves to try to capture key points. In this scenario, he was trying to hold the high ground, but he was also trying to get the shrine, which was over here. I would have preferred to get the high ground first and then move my way down, because here is a bit of uneven, but this is the high ground, and you can easily go up here if you wanted to. So basically, what I did was, I was here. I focused all of my units here. I had my 2 veteran Katana units, Katana Samurai. I brought Warrior Nuns, which proved very useless. I'm starting to wonder if Warrior Nuns are worth it. Chances are I won't use them in the near future.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
So his units are here, but then he has 4 units over here trying to capture this one point. Why he did that is beyond me. He tries to charge my unit of those samurai. I'm going for these units. He gets into my bow samurai, but he's going to lose very quickly. This unit of Nodachi samurai got a fair amount of kills, but then they started to die very quickly, thanks to the fact that he was going up against a veteran Katana Samurai unit. This unit of Yari Samurai should have went to the rear. Instead they got hit in the back themselves, and because I ignored the bonus versus bonus of spears, I was able to very quickly rout them. He got a unit here. He's going to get a unit into this unit of sword attendants as well. I got his bow cav though, so I wasn't too upset. I'm going to lose this unit, but I'm still firing into these units here. Nodachi, you have low armor. I use my warrior monks to get over here.
Our men are running from the battlefield! Shameful display!
I was going for his general. His general can hide, which is pretty interesting. And then, yeah, the battle ended right there. This battle was on the Rivertown map. I was basically using this unit that I had gotten before. I just decided to get another Katana Samurai unit. I might delete it in the future, but for now I'm just going to keep it. But I did like that previous battle where my opponent used a Shiguru only in a very defensive manner. So this battle, I used 3 Yari Samurai, this unit of Katana Samurai that has no experience on it. These units have no experience on them either, because I'm still wondering if I should delete them or not. Thanks to that battle, I'm seriously considering it, but I tend to underestimate a Shiguru, so it's possible that I might just keep them. But I do have 7 Ashiguru vets. So he's just walking casually. He does have lone swords. Lone swords have a tendency to be effective against Yari Samurai. Do they win against them? In most cases, no, but if it's 2 against 1, then definitely. Just like if it were Katana Samurai. Doesn't matter on the melee attack. We started to aim for this unit of Yari Samurai, then we started
Our
to go
general is in grave danger, my lord!
I charged into these units. He was going for my Katana Samurai. I go for this entire block, get a bunch of kills initially. Obviously I'm losing because of the amount of units that are there. I get a charge here for this unit. I used unbalanced spears against him. Worked out really well. I was very clumsy though with this unit of Katana Samurai, expecting them to win in the center without any support. It didn't work out well for me, so I had to back them up with Yari Samurai instead of flanking with them. I was able to rout this unit though, I think.
Our men are running from the battlefield!
No, I wasn't able
A
to.
shameful display!
This unit routed me, and then the
My lord! A glorious victory will soon be yours!
That's why this battle was where I used rapid advance to a pretty good effect, but I didn't really use it to its full extent. Like I just used it for moving and such. But Yari Samurai are excellent flanking units. They can have 20 defense, but don't have to rely on Yari Wall and like Yari Shigeru, who out of Yari Wall will get massacred. Hey Divis. I shouldn't have started this stream so early. I was just basically talking about damage and abilities and Shogun 2. I'm gonna post this on YouTube and then say in the description the damages that I found in the database. Basically, I was talking about matchlocks in Shogun 2. They do 2 damage. Arrows in the base game do 0.3 damage, like Bow Samurai, Bow Shigeru, Bow Warrior Monks. They all do 0.3 damage. Deikyu Samurai do 0.4 damage. And they have the same range as Bow Warrior Monks. But they do not have the same reloading speed, which is why you don't see them do as many kills as Bow Warrior Monks. If you get the reloading speed up to Bow Warrior Monks, they'll definitely get more kills than them. Now this battle I used Yari Shigeru pretty well. I was pretty proud of myself. I used the Yari Master and Way of the Iko-Iki Retainers to give this unit 19 defense, these units 13. This unit had 19 defense as well, because I didn't use Renyo's teachings. I used Mikoshi Portable Shrine, which gave these guys 2 attack. And yeah, I'm gonna definitely use a Shigeru more often in the future.
Our general is in grave danger, my
I
lord!
put my general up here so that he can take the fire from this unit of Deikyu Samurai. He has a 13 armor because I captured this. He originally had 11. See, these guys have a reloading speed of 35, and Bow Warrior Monks have a reloading speed of 55. So all you have to do really is just upgrade the reloading speed by 1, and Bow Warrior Monks can release a lot of fire. I push up this unit of Matchlock Samurai. I haven't used any experience on it yet. Yeah, I haven't used any experience on it yet, but I will in the future for sure. I was also talking about the hit chance for units. You can have a 50% hit chance if you are in 100 meters. And basically all matchlocks have a range of 100 meters, with the exception of the matchlock hero, which has 125 range. And you can also upgrade these guys' range, and you can use the Matchlock Warrior Monk's ability to increase the range by 25. But because they are in range, they can, they're within 100 meters, they can get a 50% hit chance. It does increase the closer the unit is, which is why you'll see them get much more kills if these units were closer. But yeah. Deikyu Samurai can do a number on units like this. It's a good thing that Matchlock Samurai have 4 base armor like Bow Samurai, because if they didn't and had the same armor as Yari Shigeru, these guys would have been routed very quickly. over here I did something that I shouldn't have done, but it actually worked out well for me. I just charged into these Portuguese turtles, followed up with warrior monks. That stopped these guys from firing. It stopped this unit from going to charge. I recently got the no penalty against spears. Let me see if I can get it up. Yeah. No penalty against spears ability, which means that I don't suffer a penalty against Naginatas either. However, Naginatas already have good melee stats. Naginata attendants, though, are in loose spacing. And yesterday I was talking about loose spacing. The database says that a unit that's in loose spacing, like these guys, an attacking unit will get a bonus of 10 against them. Cavalry have a bonus of 5 against infantry already, so that goes to 15. This is why if your general has the no penalty against spears ability, you can tackle these guys with ease. I learned that the hard way years ago when I was trying to tackle a general that actually had the no penalty against spears ability, and I lost my Naginata attendants and lost the battle. So anyway, I just charged into these 3 units, tied them down, and then followed up. This unit of Yari Samurai, I used Warcry, and I also talked about Warcry yesterday, but I didn't really go into depth. And today I did want to talk about Warcry. As you can see, these Portuguese turtles have 0 defense. It says it right here. Warcry reduces your melee defense by 2, reduces your morale by 4, which is why they routed. They were already wavering, and it decreases your speed to 0. It decreases your speed by 0.35%, not to 0.35. So these guys would have 65% of their original speed, which actually makes it harder to run away from units, which is why I can't stress it enough that you should get Warcry on your Naginata Warrior Monk Cav. Every level 5 Warrior Monk Cav that I have has Warcry, and it's really, really useful. Even though it does make the unit a bit too expensive, especially if you're using wave breakers like me, it's definitely worth it because these guys do lose to Yari Cav without it. See, this unit did get hit with Warcry, but they did get hit in the rear, so they routed. His entire flank disintegrated. I used my unit of Warrior Monk Cav to stop going after this unit, because I knew they would probably come back anyway, but these Portuguese turtles would have been a pain in the butt. He charges with his own Warrior Monk Cav. I follow up with my Warrior Monks. And this is actually why I don't recommend you get morale on Warrior Monk Cav. It's not that useful. See, these guys have 16 morale. I did boost their morale by 1, if I remember correctly. But it doesn't really make a difference. What makes a difference is how many kills you can get in under a minute, how many kills you can get in general, and how you can survive losses. Like, there is the blood bonus in Shogun 2, which I didn't think about. The blood bonus basically increases the morale if you kill 5%, 7%, or 12% of the unit in under 10 seconds, I think. Well, what I do know is that you have to kill them when you charge. I finally routed this unit, which was good. But why I mentioned that is because Yari Shigeru do have Yari Wall, which stops your charge from... It not only stops your charge, but it also deflects the charge back to the unit. And I've seen this happen a few times myself, where Naginata Samurai get massacred initially by Yari Shigeru, and then they're just rendered useless. Over here he decides to charge into my units again. I was trying to avoid this engagement, but he just forced me into it anyway. He goes right into Warrior Monks. He also has an ability against spears. But he made a mistake here because these guys are very strong.
Hidden units, my lord. Treacherously meant to ambush us.
Over here, I noticed he's done the best cat, but I didn't see this unit of Naginata attendants. I'm gonna fix that in a second. I used Warcry against these units. He's trying to go for a real hit. I charged it to this unit to stop him. It's a fire kind unit, not the best of stats. This unit gets routed pretty quickly. I used my Yari Samurai initially to try to force these units away, but then I was making too much, and then I just used Yari here. I used Yari here to beat these units very quickly. I was hitting them in the rear as well. Or maybe I didn't. I don't think I did.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
Over here, these guys are really good because of that second. These guys survived long enough to see Jesus shoot a real well. And they were able to get 3 kills.
My lord! A glorious victory will soon be yours!
And I was just able to rout them pretty quickly. But yeah, he made the mistake of trying to go against the Warrior Monks. Because even though the bonus forces didn't apply, you know, they're still pretty strong. Yari Yashiguru are amazingly strong in Yari Wall. It works like Pike Phalanx in Rome 2 and Attila. More like Rome 2. Well, it's actually more of a compromise between Rome 2 and Attila because it's not that strong. Like, a lot of times you can push through it. However, from the last battle I just fought right now, what it seems to me is that if you can put your units in a dense formation instead of like making it as long as I did here, and you have enough melee defense, you should be able to push back Katana Samurai with ease. Except his lines were like pretty long too. Now I wanted to go over 2 more replays and then I'm going to go back into multiplayer. I've won 5 siege battles as the defender but 4 siege battles as the attacker. So I have to win 6 more attacking and 5 more defending, and I'll get the retainer, the armor set most importantly, but the retainer that I wanted from the armor set. So that was that battle. This guy was a gold prestige, level 10 gold prestige. He has like 1.4k battles under his belt. I've played like countless battles myself, but not that many ranked battles. I've played like about 200 ranked battles. This guy's played 1,400. I think that's kind of the reason why I still am a bit bad at multiplayer in Shogun 2. I think it's more or less my fault instead of the mechanics. So I'm going up against the Fall of the Samurai army. I basically did to this army what I did to the last army. He spread out here to defend this point so I don't get it, which was a good move on his part. But unless it looks like I'm going over here, like he shouldn't focus 2 units. 1 unit of Red Bears might have been good enough right here so that he can push up and fire on any units that I want to bring across there. He should have been more defensive on this flank because, of course, his general and parrot guns are here. These parrot guns were so annoying though because obviously I can't counter them. I did bring Yari Samurai this battle. I also brought my Katana Samurai. This unit is still getting close to veteran, so I might be able to get it this stream. If I can get it to level 9, That would be awesome because I've never had a never mind what. And it's also an achievement which works towards an armor set. So these Yari Samurai were here. I pushed back because I thought I was in range. I actually wasn't. And even if I was, he wouldn't have been able to fire because it's actually the unit on this front that you can be worried about. So this army was really good. I put my bow samurai over here to start firing on this unit, but then I changed my mind. I'd rather have it fire in the Vermilion Bird Force because they are a bigger threat. Over here, he's microing his cav. I'm microing my cav. I charge into these units to allow my Katana Samurai to get in. I don't have to worry about this Yari keep because most of the time people will just try to follow ahead. So I was able to pull them back, get a few kills in the process. I went like this though because I noticed that he was trying to follow up with his Yari keep, which was a good move on his part. This unit of Katana Samurai was heavily damaged. By this point, he starts to shoot into his own men. That allows me to rout this unit. His unit of Yari also rout. But he's also
Our men are running from the battlefield!
So he does
for
charge
this play!
into my general, which is fine. I mean, I survived the charge anyway. These guys do have fairly good stats, but I was focusing more on what was happening here. Notice how he's firing on this unit instead of the blob over here. So miss micro in his part. He then starts to fire into this. By this point it was too late. I already got the 2 units in here. That's what I wanted. Force him to fire into his own men. Cause a rout there. I'm gonna get this unit as well. He's not paying attention on this side. I think he pulled his units back. I thought he didn't, but he did. This unit has to stop firing. They're hitting the back as well. I bombs out into his general because he's firing into my drops. The Shinzen BB3's rout, which is good. I get right into his general. These units stop firing because they can't. He's trying to micro his units away. His general does get routed. This unit gets hit in the rear and they can't do anything. And then yeah, that's how I blobbed my way to victory. Just by crushing his flanks, forcing him to turn around and face me.
My lord!
And that was
A
it.
glorious victory will soon be yours!
One second.
申し上げます。
拙者の命令はあそこに敵勢が
ご指示を遂行中。
攻撃一網攻撃攻撃
了解です。了解です。
殿様のために攻撃殿参上いたしました。
敵を合戦場から一掃せよ。
倍の速さで Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
'Cause basically this battle is another battle where a person used a lot of fire to set my units, and as you can see, it backfired. He also misused his Ashiguru. My one sword Ashiguru routed, unfortunately. This is precisely why I just wanted to stop the battle right here. This is precisely why you want a spear unit or a unit that has a bonus versus cavalry as your backbone instead of your front line. Sometimes, like when you have sword infantry in front and then you're going up against another unit, it doesn't matter what the unit is. If a cavalry unit decides to go through that unit, they can easily go through it, hit your rear, and that's a -6 morale penalty off the bat. If it were a lone sword Ishiguru like this, and I didn't have the shrine, which I got over here, that unit probably would have routed really easily. But I did have this unit of Yari Samurai here, which stopped the general from being able to go through. Now my own general can't hide in forest for some reason, but theirs can, which I find to be so weird. I won this
My
battle
lord,
too, but
a
I just thought I would
glorious
mention
victory will soon
it doesn't hurt to always invest in good spears, but in my personal experience, even it doesn't even matter if it's Shogun 2 or Rome 2. In Rome 2, if you don't have spears and you're not playing as Rome, and you decide to use a melee, like in a full sword rush build, it can backfire a lot thanks to how mass works. Anyway, I think that's it for replays. So I am going to change my tactics up because that last battle did show me that I was being too reckless with my units. And it also showed me something that people have been using a lot recently. Yari or Shigeru are the best of Shigeru, followed by Lone Swords, and then Matchlocks, and finally Boa Shigeru. Boa Shigeru aren't 100% useless, but like all of the other Shigerus, they're mostly an investment. You know, they benefit the most from upgrades. Katana Samurai, they benefit from upgrades when it comes to killing infantry, but they themselves can get massacred if it's 2-on-1. Yari Shigeru, it's not that easy. Yari Shigeru can hold the line against 2v1 situations, but then they start to collapse, and that's when you start to get into problems. That's why I don't use Yari Shigeru too much. But I think I don't use them a lot, which is making me get very, it's making me very weak with them, and I'm starting to misuse them. I've noticed that in 2 battles now, so I've started to change my strategies with them. I still have this unit of warrior nuns. It has 2 attack and 3 defense. Or not 2 attack, 4 attack and 3 defense. I mentioned this yesterday. Every time you spend a point in melee attack, you get 2 melee attack for infantry. For cavalry, it's different. For cavalry, when you spend an upgrade for melee attack, if I have the unit, I do. It boosts their melee attack by 3. Katana Cav have a melee attack of 18. These guys have a melee attack of 27. So that means that they were upgraded 3 times for 9 attack, which I did. 2 attack here, 1 attack here. You might think that, you get an elite melee attack, that means that, you know, they're going to get more melee attack than this, but it's not true. It just makes them a bit better when it comes to killing infantry, but it doesn't give them more melee attack than this would give them. Unless you're thinking of the total. I also want to mention this. Speed doesn't hurt these guys. Like if you get 2 points in speed and 2 points in melee attack, that's better than getting 2 points in fatigue resistance because Katana Cav are pretty slow. But I don't think that's necessary, so you don't have to use it. This clan is pretty good. I've been in it since the beginning of Shogun 2. The only problem I have with this clan is that they don't have Fall of the Samurai, or else they'd have either Shogunate or Imperial right here. Actually, the person might, but might not have chosen one. We're in the clan tier 1 right now. I could easily join another clan because this clan is very inactive and we've basically lost all of our provinces. I worked so hard to get so many provinces here and we lost all of them. That's silly. So we lost all of our provinces to the Myrmidons Island, who is cavalry and imperial. I want to join a sword specialist clan. These ones are sword and imperial. Chaos. I've heard of this guy. That's funny though. It's just 3 people, but that one guy is making them win. Because I put a lot of time and effort into winning these provinces myself, and we've already lost them. Only one person is fighting for a bunch of these provinces, and he's already gotten 11. And I say one person because, you know, these guys aren't doing anything. I know Chaos too. Like, he's a tournament player. He has a rank 5 avatar, but I think this is one of his avatars, because his best clan ladder placement was 92. Won 311 ranked battles, lost 177. I might end up joining this clan because it's a Sword and Imperial clan. I have myself 193 battles won and 136 battles lost. For the first time in over 4 years, I've actually had more wins than losses. Not like ranked clan battles, I've always had that, but just in total. Total multiplayer ranked battles won 207, total multiplayer ranked battles lost 155. So I'm doing fairly good for myself. Anyway, back to the game. We're going to do an Shigeru build with me relying on Yari Shigeru for my holding power, and then using probably Katana Samurai for killing power. Ikewiki builds do work. I'm using Way of the Ikewiki, but to invest in 2 warrior monks can be really tiresome and can be a strain on your money. And I also lost a naval battle yesterday because I got hit with that group glitch nonsense, where your ships don't move when you want them to move, and so my ships ended up getting stuck and I was outflanked. But it's okay. I don't mind losing one naval battle. It's just the siege battles that I don't want to lose because I want that retainer. The retainer just gives you -1, it gives your opponent -1 morale for any unit that's in the vicinity of the avatar. That's extremely useful when you're doing rush builds, where your avatar is always going to be in danger anyway. So this is a level 10 silver prestige guy. Alpine Ridge, so one hill in the middle. No, I'm investing too much into lone swords. I can still get 2 Yari Cav units. Whoops. I could get that too. These can be useful for killing infantry. But, no, I can't get another unit. I can't even get a unit of Warrior Monks. $755. Do I have a... unit that costs more. 703, 703. No, I don't. And because it's a ridge map, using matchlocks might not be the best idea. Especially if I can't make it. He's a famous swordsman. He's invested heavily into swords. He does have some leader abilities. He might have scare enemies, which would be interesting. I focused heavily on basically being able to kill spears. This army is very defensive. You basically have 3 units that, if they move too much and get flanked, they're done for, but work really well in a dense formation. These 2 units are very effective on the flanks, but they too don't have the killing power. This unit has a good amount of killing power, but cannot be isolated or else it will be destroyed. You don't even have to flank it. If it's 2-on-1, then that's it for them. My cavalry can help. My infantry, my bow samurai can hit the enemies from range. Most of my killing power will probably be from my cavalry and my general instead of the other units. He's using Monomi's spy. Usually that retainer is not useful if you're not using sieges, or you're not in a siege and you're not attacking. Kisho ninja are always dangerous. You have to keep an eye out for them. But that's why you have good cav, to deter things like that. I'm gonna upgrade my bow samurai soon. In fact, I might do it after this battle, but I have to look at their stats again. Because 60 reloading speed is a must, or else what will end up happening is they won't be able to get kills quickly enough to be useful. And they'll just, like, every battle I'll be outdone.
Katana Samurai 対象付き騎兵にござる。
Because this isn't a shrine, I'm leaning much more towards this battle, this key building. Chances are we'll have to fight for the hill. I fought on this map a lot of times. Most people will go for the hill. I'm going for the hill myself, but I'm leaning more to this side because the farmhouse is good, but at the same time, chances are I won't fatigue as much as he did. And I think fatigue does play a role as to why Katana Samurai can lose against Yari Shigeru. Because like I said yesterday, or not yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, when you are tired, your melee attack, melee defense and charge go to 90%. When you are very tired, it goes to 75%. And when you are exhausted, it's cut in half completely. I've rarely had my units go exhausted, but it does happen in sieges.
Yari Samurai にございます。
足軽のやり手にございます。
Just want to see something quickly. Melee
砲
defense
撃
is 5. They do have good melee attack then. These long Yari Shigeru are supposed to have more melee defense, but I kind of messed them up with bonus versus Cav. I didn't even put these guys at a root. Are you thinking this was a siege? He has a bunch of Katana Cav. I can see what he's trying to do though. Definitely.
Hidden units, my lord! Treacherously meant to ambush us!
Ooh. Alright.
Our men are running from the battlefield! A shameful display! Our general is in grave danger, my lord! Our men are running from the battlefield! Shameful display!
What a shame. I could have definitely.
Our men are running from the battlefield! A shameful display!
I should have pulled back. When I saw that he had cavalry, I should have definitely pulled back. I could have probably cut off his Kisho Ninja. But that's also one of the things that scares me with Yari Shigeru is that they can be bombarded very quickly with Kisho Ninja. Now, like I said, though, his general did have good melee stats, but he also had the no penalty against spears, which actually wouldn't have made me lose against him. But had I used my Yari Shigeru, I would have probably been able to get his general. That's not a big deal, though. I wonder if I can use a tactic where Yari form my center and Katana Samurai and Naginata Samurai form my flanks. I might try that. That could work against some people. Not a lot of people on today. Okay, I got somebody. I'm gonna give this strategy a try. I'm gonna actually keep these retainers, but that's actually a tough compromise. I use Renyo's teachings. Any Naginata veterans that I have would get 12 attack. I'd rather use unbalanced spears. What map is this? Saga River? Okay. I'm gonna give this a try. I want to have one flank stronger than the other. Yeah, that's how it was what I wanted. And then I can bring 2 Warrior Monk Cav. No, I can't. I don't like this setup. Not one bit. I would have been better off bringing the veterans. That's alright. We'll see how this goes. It could work. This map is very tricky though. He's using untrained Fugu Chef. Not very useful this time. Naginatas are like the best units in this game because, in my opinion, because they don't get affected by as many retainers. Untrained Fugu Chef doesn't affect them. Unbalanced Spears doesn't affect them, even though they're partially classified as spears. Um, the general retainers still affect them, like World Weary, Renyo's teachings. If it's a monk unit, then Way of the Ikoiki, Mikoshi Portable Shrine, those ones affect them. But a lot of the negative ones don't. Especially the more important ones. Like, this one's going to be useless. Because the only retainer that I have, the only unit that I have that's actually hurt is this unit. This unit still has 18 attack, which is good enough to kill most units. 'The stronger flank should be the left one in this case, because that one's closer to the archery dojo, but I do want the shrine and I won't lose it because I will have my cavalry there. I want to see if this tactic would work. If it does, then I'll definitely be using it in the future. If it doesn't, then I'll just try to reevaluate my strategies. I might have to spread these guys out a bit. I don't like the fact that I had to bring a unit of light cav, and why didn't I get this unit? I'm ready if you're ready, my friend. Alright. He did bring spears, so this should be fun. He has a bunch of swords of his own. It's a good thing I didn't bring the World Warrior Retainer. He did have a spear unit right here. Yari Samurai. Should have known. This setup is very dangerous, but it can be countered, so I'm happy about that. He does have another unit of Yari Shigeru, but his center doesn't, which means that most of my fighting is definitely going to be on the flanks, but I have to be careful that he doesn't sword rush my center. I could probably divert the attention away from my center onto my flanks. Gonna move these guys back a bit. He actually is capturing that, and I don't want that, so gonna force him to. I don't want him to capture that. I don't care if I take fire from this unit of Yari Samurai. You're advancing this a bit too much, my friend. This should be interesting. He is massing in the center. And as I expected, they're dropping fast.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
That's such a shame because they were getting a few kills themselves. And then that happened. Oh boy. Wow. Okay.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
So that's my third battle in a row that I've lost, essentially.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord.
No, it's too late.
All hope is failing, my lord. The battle is
I
almost
must have
done.
been too clumsy with my Yari Samurai, because I definitely could have won that. But I think that's where the weakness is. Yari Samurai needs some sort of backbone. Again though, my general's gotten most of the kills. Which is not what you'd want anyway.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
It's too late. Okay, so what I gathered from that battle was that I don't rely too much on Yari Shigeru, but what happens is if they get massed at, they definitely will lose. So I do need a backbone to back them up. Maybe another line of Yari Shigeru, who knows. Well, that's another battle lost. I've lost 3 in a row. It's not good. Okay, I have to figure out 7 defense for a vanilla one. Not bad, not bad. This unit still is getting, hasn't gotten that yet. I didn't like my army setup anyway. got a drop-in battle? Doesn't look like one. Looks like somebody whose name wouldn't pop up. For a second I thought it was a drop-in battle. I didn't see the number. Looks like I might drop out of it though. Mubot hasn't been in my stream for a while now, so I'm a bit nervous. Let's hope I get a win from this battle. I've been relatively good with Fall of the Samurai armies for the past few days. There have been times where I've messed up, but I've been really good with being aggressive against them instead of being passive, which I used to be. I focused more on being aggressive on the flanks than being aggressive frontally because that doesn't always work. It would definitely wouldn't work on a map like this because the shot blockers are not good enough. And if he has the hill advantage, then he'll definitely win. I have to reevaluate my Shogun 2 tactics altogether. I've gotten too rusty. Like, I've been winning a lot of battles, but the way I use Yari is so weird now. I used to use them very defensively, but then ever since I started playing Rome 2, I've started to use them a bit more offensively just to see if it would work, and it doesn't work as well as I'd hope it would. I mean, Yari are definitely a more defensive unit, just like Yari Samurai. But they do have abilities that could allow them to get the upper hand. He has no veterans in this lineup. Which does happen. A lot of people are smart enough to not bring veterans against a Shogun 2 army. But the Metsuke Inspector still stands, so. Yeah, he's just brought a bunch of infantry, and he's hoping that it'll allow him to get him the win. Now here's the problem. This side is impossible to attack because no matter what, he'll get me. This side isn't because he can just defend up there and that's it. Now if he's not going to be aggressive on that side, I'm going to make it look like I still want to attack over here, but I don't. If he wants to use his Yari key over there, that's fine, but I'm attacking on this side. I definitely would not want him to cap that point, but he's going to do it anyway. There's 3 units of Yari Ki over here. He can't cap this without taking fire, so I don't expect him to. He's weakened this side a bit. Don't go that way because they'll just shoot you. Make it look like you're going to go there, but you won't. This is interesting. He's gonna force his way over here. I like this push that he's doing. I'm gonna keep my cav back. He can push there, that's fine. I can't attack here anymore because he's blocked it off, but he's going across here fairly aggressively. Now, he's been too aggressive and I have to punish him for that.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
I don't mind losing my general if it means I can Move up.
Our men are running from the battlefield! Shame for
But
this
alas,
play!
it does not.
Our general has been injured, my lord. He lives.
I was really
But
hoping
must
that it
leave
would
the
allow me to
battle.
do that.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display. Our entire unit has perished, my lord! Our men are running from the battlefield! Shameful display!
By this point, I'm just being too easy from that.
All hope is failing, my lord! The battle is almost done! Our men are running from the battlefield! Shameful display!
I think speed is an issue with most of my tactics. I'm just not quick enough to take advantage of some mistakes that people make. So things like this should not happen. That was my fault again. You just took advantage of a mistake I made. I wasn't quick enough. Level 6, wow, okay, I'll take that. Reload, reload, accuracy, accuracy, whistling shot, reload. That's probably what I'd do. When you upgrade a reload for bow units, it goes by 10 increments. But when it's for matchlocks, it's 5. I think it's the same thing with accuracy. I just haven't used it in a while. Yeah, it's the same thing with accuracy. Because Yari Samurai have accuracy of 55, and it went to 65. If I win this next battle, I might be able to get vet with my Katana Samurai. Let's hope so. I'm going to use my retainers to help that out. World Weary was amazingly useless. I'm not too happy about that. Not using Renyo's teachings, I'll use practice grounds. Unbalanced spears. Infantry officer. World Weary only works if your opponent's using a lot of veterans. If they were using like 1 or 2, it's not a big deal. You don't always have to spam veterans. I do it because I'm trying to get better veterancy with some of my units. I fought this guy before. I lost against him, but that was in a land battle. Yeah, me too. Usually I would like to use all the Koku that I have. In a situation like this, this should do. I'm really going to regret not getting a Siege Tower Bune because I think I had enough money left to do it. Siege Tower Bunes work really well at range, but they have to be protected with care. And you can't focus fire with them either, most of the time. Because if you do, it just takes them a while to reload. It takes them longer to reload, it takes them longer to actually aim at the unit. Just longer everything. It doesn't work well at all. Now I did fight this guy Like I said before, it was a line battle. I even saved the replay. I lost, yeah. You did a good job with Shigeru. So he's a pretty good player. He's in one of our rival clans. And our clan's actually gonna get demoted. Which sucks because I put so much effort into winning the territories, but I think you have to actually conquer the map first, and then you can participate in the actual clan competition. My goal is pretty straightforward. It's been the same thing ever since I've been doing naval battles. I usually use this setup. I like this setup as well, but then it puts my heavy bune on one side. Makes it very disorganized. This one's dangerous too because your admiral is exposed. This one's the best. Yeah, that one. Naval battles have a tendency to take a long time until you get there. He brought a firebomb Kobaya, siege tower bune, 4 medium bunes, and his general. I brought 3 medium bunes. He did invest in a siege tower, so that's the very first thing you want to take care of. If anything, you want to take care of that first. The biggest problem I face in naval battles is when your units get stuck. This time it shouldn't happen. This is the part where you definitely want to consider if what ships you want to take out first. The most dangerous ship in this entire army is the siege tower bune, followed by the medium bunes and the firebomb Kobaya, because the firebomb Kobaya has to get into range. This ship can eliminate my large ships very easily. Now, I'm not in range, and so I have to make my way. See, my ships are getting stuck again, as you can see. This time I'm just manually moving them.
have to pull these guys back.
1 of our ships is withdrawing! One of our ships is withdrawing!
Siege Shogun got away.
One of
So
our
that's another
ships
loss.
is withdrawing!
5 losses in a row. Not good at all. Now I'm starting to get a bit rusty. I mean, funnily enough, I didn't even get any of this shit.
Our general is under threat, my
Yeah.
lord! He's too important to
Nothing I
lose!
can do about that.
Our general has fallen, my lord! Our men are shaken by this terrible event!
I just stopped relying on Bull Kobayashi for mobility. Man, that was terrible. 125 kills too.
Oh boy. Now I'm really getting bad. I have to step my game up. No more Bull Kogaya. Siege Tower Boonies cost 3,000. He brought 4, and I shouldn't have brought 2 of these. One of these would have been good enough. His Bull Kogaya did rout, his Firebomb Kogaya routed, but the other ships stayed. And that's because whistling arrows is only effective if you can damage the unit beforehand. And because of the trajectory, I didn't. Medium boonies have better height than samurai ships, which is why they can easily beat them. But then you have to take into consideration a bunch of things. So this time I'm bringing one single Kubune, one siege tower Gune. Because I've used Sengoku Bune in the past to good effect. You want to use them on the extreme flanks. They're good for catching multiple slower units. His Siege Tower Bune in particular can be affected. I just have to know which direction the wind is going to use them to best effect. But I'm not making that mistake again. Oh yeah, this map's nice. Actually, no, I might not do that. These guys really rely on the wind more than these units.
Fire! One of our ships has been set ablaze! Fire! One of our ships has been set ablaze! Our general is under threat, my lord! He's too important to
Ooh.
lose!
Lost him just like that. Eh?
One of our ships is withdrawing!
That renders that ship useless.
One of our ships is withdrawing!
I've gotten too rusty. I used to never lose naval battles like this. Like, I lose naval battles, but not this battle.
Our general has fallen, my lord! Our men are shaken by this terrible event!
What a shame. Whistling arrows are very overpowered in naval battles, but not so much in land battles. Like in naval battles, they can cause units to have minus 18 morale, but if they're winning the fight that they're in, it's not a big deal for them. You have to make them like lose somehow. And that's kind of why I've been losing with using the large samurai ships. I'm using them too early. See, the strategies I'm using aren't working because he's able to basically get all of his units in a straight line, and he's basically able to use them all at once, and I'm just separating my units. And so he's focusing his firepower in one point, and I can't do that. I just want to get one win before I end the stream. I've lost 6 battles, or 5 I think. And so I don't want to lose any more than I have to. I haven't played on this map in a while, so I can't remember what is on, what it looks like. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to bring my 2 vets, and I can't bring this. Unless, no. Well, actually, yes. I can bring this unit, and then I'd be able to bring this unit. Oops. My bad. I remember this map now. This time I'm going to be very careful with my units. See, sometimes Mitsuke Inspector can be useful.
セミの刀侍にございます。槍足軽にございます。足軽の槍手にございます。
Sometimes I wish I had Mitsuke Inspector.
槍名人、守備に回ってます。侍にございます。槍名人、準備はできております。準備はできております。槍的兵でござる。出発せよ。大将付き行きます。大将この槍的兵。
I guess I could go over here. That way I can fight for the armor. More likely than not, I need the dojo. He has no penalty against spears as well. I don't know why he'd call this unit a Great Guard. These guys...
Hidden units, my lord.
Yeah.
Treacherously meant to ambush us. Our general is in grave danger, my lord.
This is what happened in the last battle.
Our general has been injured, my lord. He lives, but must leave the battle. Our men are running from the
Only
battlefield.
39 kills?
Shameful
Or 43?
display.
Yeah, today's just hasn't been my day. No kills on that unit. But I can use it in the next battle. No wins in 6 battles. Or 7, I lost count. That's rare. I'm struggling to get this unit better though. Now I want to bring his melee defense up. But I heard that the charging sound, I wasn't sure where it was coming from. But that's kind of how you use Kisho Ninja, really. I don't use Kisho Ninja too much, but I'd use them in a similar way too. This map is pretty cool. I probably would want to change the retainers. That would be the backbone. These 5 units are affected, this unit isn't. These 2 units are not affected by anything. And then I have World Weary. And yeah. I just have to be more careful with my Ishiguro this time. That's the second time I've been rushed by Kisho Ninja today. This is embarrassing though because I haven't won a single battle during this entire stream. So I have to step my game up. We played the exact same retainer against each other. Luckily for me, 2 of my veterans aren't actually upgraded, so they're not affected.
Actually 4, 5.
侍の槍使いでございます。
Wait, I thought these guys weren't affected. Why are these guys being affected all of a sudden? These guys weren't affected by this before, and now all of a sudden they're being affected? That's bizarre. So that means I actually have to upgrade them now? That's so bizarre though, because this didn't work before against my veterans. Because these weren't considered vets, they didn't have any experience or anything. And now they are being affected. Whatever, it's not a big deal. I mean, it does make them a bit easier to rout. I want to do something. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Never done that before.
した。
Shrine and archery dojo are most important. He might be going for this. No, he's not. '21 defense. He's using Renyo's teachings for that defense. And it's very obvious because he's Naginata attendants also. You can definitely tell he's using it, though. I was trying to mention that I noticed that he has Renyo's teachings. Whoa, where'd you come from?
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
Yeah, it's pretty obvious by this point that I cannot win any battles with what I'm doing right now. 96 kills, oh man, that's brutal. That's brutal.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
That's brutal. It's these armies that are the scariest because you can't
Flank them, you can't hit their rear. So that's definitely 7 losses in a row. Today's just not my day at all. I'm gonna have to see what's going wrong and hopefully reevaluate my tactics. It's most likely because of my veterans that I can't really make any progress. But it could just be me. This unit did get up, so I'm using it on Warcry. I'm gonna try one more time. Because now it's actually frustrating that I can't win a single battle. Where's Relentless? Here it is. Two Warrior Monk units, one Warrior Monk Cav. I really need a win, so I'm hoping that this is it. Because the fact that I lost 7 battles in a row, 2 of them naval battles, is just outright atrocious. He's using Shinobi Informer, Bandit Horse Thieves, Cold Snap. All of these affect me, but they don't affect my own retainers.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord! Our general has been injured, my lord. He lives, but must leave the battle. Our men are running from the battlefield! Shameful display! Our men are running from the battlefield! Shameful display! Our men are running from the battlefield! Shameful display!
I'm gonna level up. I'm pretty close actually. But I don't have a level 9 vet, and that's the problem. Extremely close. Still. Just been doing so bad today. I think I've been risking my general a bit too much, and that's been causing a lot of problems. This guy again. I should have brought Mitsuki Inspector again, knowing that he would have used Shinobi Informer twice. This time I'm being very outgoing. He piled up his units last time. 'I need a win. Like, I really need a win. I just don't feel comfortable losing this many battles. Like, if it were just one or two today, that would be fine. But with the amount I've been losing, I'm checking all the forests. I don't care. Because that's how he got me last time. If it were just 1 or 2 battles, I might understand. This guy, like, the tactic, not the guides himself, beat me twice. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, heck. I thought it was Kisho Ninja. Oh, man. He has them somewhere. I just can't find them.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
Yeah, there's his Kisho Ninja.
Our general has been injured, my lord. He lives, but must leave the battle.
Oh, I thought that was the Yari Samurai. Ah, sorry.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display! Our men are running from the battlefield! Shameful display!
Oh boy. Oh, this is not good. I'm actually wondering if I should upload this to YouTube or not. I was hoping I could get away with a win this time. However, I don't care. I'm rank 7, so I can get another retainer, which is good. Fatigue resistance. So I can get a basic Yari unit with 11 defense, 7 morale, 2 more than what we usually get. 16 defense, 17, 23, 17, 17. I think I'll use this setup. To lose this many battles in a row is ridiculous. But it's a good thing that not too many people are watching, so I don't feel that bad. But this used to happen, like when I played Shogun 2, I used to like have a terrible streak, and that's why I'd stopped playing. But it's just because I'm risking my general too much. To follow the samurai army, this setup would not work. There. armor, archery, fatigue. I'm not risking my general this time.
Our men are running from the battlefield! Shame for display! Our general is in grave danger, my lord! Our general has been injured, my lord. He lives, but must leave the battle. Our men are running from the battlefield! Shame for display! Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display!
The attack is flawless. Must have been general. But I did get the heroic warriors. So I did get my level 9 vet. Unfortunately, it wasn't a win. I'll have to review that battle though, so I'll save it. The very first time I wanted a level 9 unit, I said I'd get it on scare enemies. So that's what I'm going to do. It's another loss though, so let's continue. This is depressing though, because that battle I definitely could have won, but then I lost my general and that's when everything went haywire. I don't know, my attacks recently have been very sloppy. Like, they're usually more organized, but because I have bow samurai and I'm trying to micro that too, it doesn't work out as well. Bow samurai have been very useless in the last couple of battles because I've been getting rushed. So I'm going to hold off on them for a few battles and see if I can do better. Fighting this guy again. Can't remember what he brought, but it doesn't matter. I blame the fact that I've been risking my general too much. Maybe this time. Maybe. Let's hope 15 defense to these Naginata Samurai helps them out. Let's see if I can break this terrible streak I'm having. I've never had a -10 streak. I know I've lost like a lot of battles, but never this much in a row. I think I've gone negative again with my win to lose ratio. Like I had more overall wins than losses last time I checked. And my win to lose ratio was like 50%. So I won more games than I lost, but now I'm pretty sure that that's changed. Okay. If you've been watching the stream from the very beginning, thanks so much for watching. I know you're probably thinking I'm a complete noob, but I have about almost 2,000 hours into Shogun 2, and the fact that I'm losing this many battles in a row is just too much. But like the guy said, you know, there's been a few good people on today, so that might be why. Okay, let's see. Last time he brought a bunch of spears. He's doing the same thing this time, but he has more cav. I have to make sure that my Yari are standard, stationary, because the last time I was moving them, his units were able to just push through them with ease. But it works in the campaign, but it doesn't work in multiplayer, and that's probably because of stats and stuff. Like he focuses so much on melee defense, and it works so well because his units can survive and then he can flank, but my units can't survive. Oh, he used fire weapons? That's a first.
Our hidden units have been discovered, my lord.
Oh, I thought they would have routed. Oh shoot. That's not good. Ah. Don't hit the guard. He's going for this unit, but I can't do anything. He has amazing holding power, but I don't. And that's why I've been losing so many times. But now I can use what I wanted to use before. I couldn't. Let me just see if I can lure him out.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
So I did break on this side. But I am winning in the center, which is interesting. As long as my general doesn't die, I should be fine.
Our entire unit has perished, my lord!
I'm doing good. This is good. That unit does have a bunch of kills, so. Time to help out over here. Because it looks like... Where's my general? Oh, here he is. Get out of there.
Our men are running from the battlefield! Shameful display!
Oh, come on. We got the farmhouse too. I have to use my light cavalry here.
Our men are running from the battlefield! shameful display!
黒しか欲しかったら山へ逃げ込め
Oh, wow. I was doing good, but I couldn't do anything against that.
Our men are running from the battlefield! A shameful display!
Almost.
It's because of the fact that he had too much staying power. If I didn't bring that much cav, I probably would have won.
That was painful though. This is the next unit that will get level 9. And then probably a few other Katana Samurai. But my Shigeru did pretty well. I have to do better though. I haven't won an entire battle in 3 hours and 30 minutes.
And this is going to look really bad on my personal record if I can't win a battle. Like, this is the longest losing streak I've had in Shogun 2. And this is one of the reasons why I don't play Shogun 2 that much, because there's like a bunch of things that could go wrong in Shogun 2 compared to the other games. And that's basically because of the avatar system and how you can upgrade units. Like in Rome 2, none of this could happen. It's like really hard to ambush units in that game.
I'm using Metsuke Inspector this time. Metsuke Inspector, World Weary, so that's minus 2 now to veterans. I don't need Relentless. Yamabushi Guide. And I won't bring those teachings. There's nothing that affects speed for infantry except Relentless. So I'm going to bring Relentless. Yes, finally, Mitsuke Inspector works once again. He used Shinobi Informer to know which units I brought and where I defend. That's countered by Mitsuke Inspector. This is for follow the samurai armies. So he doesn't know where my units are, I hope. A lot of weird things do happen in this game. So, I don't really know.
侍の立ち使いでございます。刀侍にございます。先祖様が我らの努力を認めてくれますように。
力と誉れよ。大将付き騎馬隊。
Okay, let's do it. This is an interesting setup. I can't hide these units for too long, so I'm gonna just bring them out, put that unit back. He has a unit of Katana Samurai. I thought he would be going for this side, but I guess not. My warrior monks are moving really fast. That's uncanny.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
Perfect release. Come on. Let's finish this. Quick rout, please. Looks like they're breaking already. Finally.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord.
Finally.
Thank you, Yari Katana Warlords. That scare enemies ability worked out so perfectly. That Mitsuke Inspector in World Warrior routed them. I think scare enemies does -3 morale, but I'm not 100% sure. I have to check. I know it's in the database somewhere, but that's a win. And with that, I am done for today. I'm not going to take a Yari Cav bet. I don't need one. But I finally got a victory, so I'm happy. Satisfied with today's stream. I'm going to end the stream here. I just want to check a few things and make a closing argument. Have to move it I will continue playing, but off stream for sure. This unit did most of the killing, this unit followed. This unit did good, this unit did good, this unit did good. That battle actually might make me use more warrior monks or warrior nuns, depending on which one moves faster. So yeah, to conclude, there are a bunch of abilities that are useful. As you saw in the previous battles, rapid advance is useful mostly for flanking. It can also catch your opponent off guard if he isn't microing his cav. Warcry is always useful, but you have to wait 3 minutes to actually use it. And so if you lose, or if you're fighting before those 3 minutes, you can actually lose the battle. Warcry actually works best if you're already winning the engagement, because that way you can rout quickly. Scare enemies does work against everyone. It's very useful. And yeah, I think I would have won that without scare enemies, but it would have been a bit harder. I'm going to use Metsuki Inspector a bit more now, because Rally gives them -1 morale, and I always use Rally anyway. Warcry is probably the best ability on land and in naval battles. Whistling Shot is pretty good at naval battles, but you have to know how to use it properly. Warcry doesn't affect the morale of ships unless they're losing. It really destroys their melee fighting abilities though. So I definitely recommend that you use it when you're boarding, but be careful when you're boarding somebody that has Warcry on their ships as well. Thanks guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this terrible stream, make sure to come in tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have better replays to show you guys. So until then guys, I'll upload this to YouTube, and I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.